Excuse my marked up table, y'all. Only I would care in our reading, right? Mm, 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 mm. Listen, they coming for us. You see the title? Ready or not, here I come. Bruh, this love thing, they said, y'all, this was, so I'm sitting in spirit and they said, you play too much. Y'all need to stop playing. And I was like, whoa, not too much on Aquarius. You know I'm an Aquarius, right? In multiple areas, especially my sun sign. So don't do too much right here. They say, listen, move to the side. We got something to say. Aquarius is next the fuck up. I'm like, okay, let me move over because they wanted to say something to us, y'all. And I guess I just gotta sit back and listen too because some stuff they didn't even let me hear or see because they gonna give it to me right with y'all. So, ready or not, here spirit comes. I don't think it's just no spirit is gonna guide this reading, but listen, I had no, I never can block any of these messages, but I will say this: I'm usually able to be biased. But they said, listen, back the fuck up. I said, before I hit go live, list all the things I needed to take care of. Any interruptions were all okay, and it was just like I fiddled. I just fumbled around because I was like, "Tell me what I need to say." It's like, go. So anyway, welcome back to Goddess Divine Reflections. I'm Goddess Divine Reflections, and around here I don't force messages. I just simply listen to spirit, and spirit guides this ship. Okay, and Aquarius, let's see what they came through to tell us about love. Let me just sit back, okay? Because I'm smiling, but y'all know how it is when we smile. That ain't the right emotion. All right. So who's holding back, Aquarius? Y'all always so cold. Oh, waiting is important. Patience is important too. Sometimes waiting is the answer. All right. Um, Holding back emotionally is coming up. The other person may feel like you're holding out. Relationship delays or blocks of some sort. There was this message of someone in specific blocking a relationship. Could be a past relationship, could be they were giving me kids, a parent, a friend. They also gave me, ooh, shit. Listen, listen. Okay. Um, they also gave me, are you choosing? Why did we pull this? I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna let it sit. Oh gosh. I don't have no control of this ship, y'all, and I feel so. I usually be like, cards behave, this, that, and the other. And they're like, no, sit down. They're like, I'm shaking with this message. All right. So, a person who significantly came up before we get into these cards, because wow, I'm looking at stuff and I'm side eyeing things out my peripheral. And I'm like trying to be nosy and I can't focus. And it's like, read the cards. No, read the messages I'm giving you. And I'm like, oh, who is doing this? All right. So, Miracle Watts, y'all. Y'all know she in the news, right? Right. So, how about I'm pulling one more? How about I didn't know she was an Aquarius. Her birthday is January 30th, 1992, to be specific. Okay, bitch. So I'm sitting up here like, wait a minute. That's the day after my birthday. And I got a little bit on on the senior side, but I did not expect this. She's married recently to Tyler Lepley, but this is the biggest part. Tyler Lepley and Drake is a symbolic relationship pattern, bitch. She has a person. She has a type. All right? Look at them two. Don't they look alike? Tyler Luckey, the slew-footed, untailored husband. Y'all go read it. Aries message. He's an Aries. And I don't know what Drake's sign is. Drop it in the chat. But I'm going to go look him up. Because as far as statured, build, looks, certain aesthetics, they're specifically, significantly the same. Okay? And I'm like, oh, right. Miracle, you picked the best of them both? I don't know. But I had a lot of judgment for Miracle, and I had a lot of grace for him, unfortunately. And I felt like, am I doing the pick me energy in this spiritual reading? So go watch the Aries if you're dealing with the Aries. But I gave grace to the Aries, but then I'm going to have to give grace to Miracle because in their storyline, it was one of those things of the message about, and I'm going too long, 6 minutes, y'all. I said I wouldn't do that, but y'all cards are out. Give me my moment. This is spirit. I'll timestamp when the reading started, okay? Because this is significant. That everybody's person has a past. That's it. That's all. All right. So whoever this is, you may be dealing with currently and are connected to, right? I'm gonna leave that over. Whoa, this is has a past, and be okay with that. And one thing I understand with Miracle and our energy, we can be, we are. But we better not be no motherfucking Brene in a Brene Tim situation. Let's start there. All right? Because this has allowed me to have insight and want to go a little bit deeper into their rabbit hole. Tyler, Miracle, and April, because that's the other girl's name. Her date of birth and her birthday has not been disclosed. So I can't go see her sign. But what I will say is on this side, what I'm getting is that I ain't gonna say he was stuck, he was comfortable. And that's Aries. I don't know what Aries is reading. I can't remember theirs right now. But he finally found his person, his one, his soulmate. And that brings me into my card. Aquarius. What if it looks like that? A how did he say it? A slew-footed, untailored love. You going for it? If that's what spirit says is your soulmate? That's not to say that twin flame, y'all know I used to be back in the day when I first started. That was umpteen years ago in my journey, okay? About this. Twin flame versus twin flame versus soulmate versus, who's the one? Listen. Each lifetime has its story, and this is yours, the soulmate energy. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. So you already know them if they're not there physically. Whoa. I was not expecting that. So, have you met them already? Are they in your sphere? Are they in your circle? Do you already have a connection to this person? I want to shuffle more cards. We're not doing a 10 cards. Listen, they've already spoken, Aquarius. There's this nervousness around love in the month of Aquarius, but I don't think that this storyline between these people are not important. I think it is. I think we're going to have, and I'm going to talk to a few of my Aquarius from the couple to the single side. All right. Now, I feel like you're with them and you know it. And this is going to show you something. Oh, y'all doing too much though. I'm gonna tell you this. Okay. So, but I did that. I slipped myself on the inside since they wouldn't let me insert myself throughout. But you're with that person already. And you know it. And it's not unfortunate to say, because I wanted to say ego. Unfortunately, Miracle has found her person. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. How the story had to play out, ew. Ew. You is fuck. Okay? But that's to the public eye. You don't know what happened on the beat backside. When I was doing a little of my homework last night and the night before, because I wanted to know, I'm like, did he cheat on her? The ex, April. But I think April is significant, y'all. I'm throwing these names out. April. I doubt there's any miracles out there but I know there may be some Tyler's, Aquarius, or someone who you're dealing with. But I think, and April was a talent agent of some sort. I don't know if she was his, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? They met potentially in business, and so did Miracle in him. And I feel like this was when he was young. They were young. And not to say that love stories don't happen in high school and your childhood sweetheart thing doesn't happen anymore. It most certainly does. It grows old fast, but it's based on how do you rekindle it into the next chapter. Or is it work? Or did y'all move too fast? Or was that not your person in the first place? Right? So let's move into these cards because I gave y'all too much spiritual message because spirit hijacked ours. We hijacked was a big energy across the month of August. Okay, something hijacked something in almost every sign, but in this one, spirit hijacked ours, and all I can do is be grateful, humble, and humble myself to sit back and receive the messages just like you. Magician, Aquarius, we have the tools, all the tools to manifest exactly what we want. We manifest everything we want in all aspects of our life. Sometimes there is a struggle with love. In the present, we do have a heartbreak of some sort. In August, there's some type of third party situation. And I don't think this is going to look like the typical third party situation, hence the fact I gave the storyline of the people in the beginning. There is a third party in their situation, but that doesn't mean their situation isn't going to be a positive one for them. It doesn't look positive to everybody in the situation. And also us onlookers who get to look at their life from the outside, right? Um, Before I get to the future, the past for your significant other is they will come in or they did come in bearing gifts. They were very giving, but they gave and they took equally. Okay. They were support. They shared with you. They were very generous. They were helpful. But they were also being very, very open. Aquarius, was this you? We flipping these cards today? Because there's the manifestation tools on the other side, and they manifested you. Let's see. Now, currently, your other person, or if we're flipping the cards, you, because it looks like with me, this might be flipped. The strength, perseverance. They're persevering. They're being courageous. This is them being strong right now. They have, and they may have at some point in the month of August, because this is a Leo energy, Leo time, have the confidence to tame the beats and be resilient, but also brave in love with you. Okay? This is compassion, giving it to you or themselves, however that looks, or the love life. All right. So y'all might have had some type of struggles in the present when it came to love, but hence your title. This is your soulmate as far as your oracle is concerned, but they're coming for you. Like they're not giving up, even if there have been hard times. But are you giving up, Aquarius? Because this is a two-way street. Who has been heartbroken, and what's um been the third party situation? Or the you know what I'm saying? Because if we look at the example I gave, theirs is a whole nother life he made. And this is not about him more than it's about her, because she seemed to the naked eye to be um new to the life of marriage, family, motherhood, relationships because of her past life. Her past life, not past life as far as before this life, past life before this marriage, she is known to be, well, I mentioned Drake, right? There's talks that they had a thing, but it's never been confirmed. But he is who made her famous by quoting her in one or two of his songs, Miracle Watts. Because I was like, why have I known that name? And apparently, supposedly, allegedly, all right, this is allegedly, she was a professional in dreams in Houston. What type of professional in that? I ain't do all my work, y'all. But y'all know what it is because I can only imagine putting two and two together. I have to do that much deep diving. So now, Aquarius, we can go to being those risque type people. If you don't live a risque type life or have lived a risque type lifestyle, you may be the other person with this family type story where you started your family before this new relationship or you had all the things and now you guys are coming together because I don't want to paint Miracle all pretty like no children, no whatever. She just was real protected. Okay? Okay? Now, financially so maybe his finances depended on his relationship and hers didn't because she didn't have one ongoing in the news anyway. But she had a lifestyle or a career, which is what her block is. That's where I'm going with this. It's not always a person when it comes to Aquarius. We can tend to have our career and our lifestyles block love and relationships from us. Okay? And this is what this is for her. So what is it for you? Is it love? I mean, is it career, lifestyle, and or a previous family? But the future for these two is karma review, judgment, and the moon. Subconscious secrets, hidden, obscure, confusion, illusions, caution, but dreams and looking for what's hidden. Are y'all going to allow, if you're already in a relationship, the outside world to make you start to question what you already have just because you guys have a past? Or are you possessing secrets, you or them, that needs to be revealed? Only time can tell because that's the future. But two cards wanted to come out in addition, and that was healing and recovery and Seven of Cups. I thought it was Nine of Cups, and we had a wish. But this is choices, searching for purpose, illusions, fantasy, indecisions, contemplations, dreaming. All right. So I feel that, and I said that in their reading. You got to go look at it because I'm gonna keep mentioning who it is. Healing and recovery. This is a healing story for the both of you. This is a soulmate. This is part of your story. Um, I don't know if you believe in multiple lifetimes, but that's not to say you won't have the same person in the next one. Someone like him, for sure. But some of you, this is a healing story for you, this love. And it's coming for you, ready or not. The choice is here. Whether you're gonna stick this out, you married him, that particular situation. So what are you now contemplating? What are you now indecisive about? Or is it them, Aquarius? Okay, now let me speak to my singles and my uh dating before I get into our final close because I don't share with her story or I don't share with that main story because I'm single and are dating nonetheless. Dating heavy on the dating, okay? That part. But I am scared of this. I fear going into the courage, confidence, taming this beast of independence, okay? Being resilient and compassionate and brave enough to get into a loving situation. And I really believe that the person who does finally get to be in that position will help finish healing me because healing is never done, right? But I'm going to always be indecisive between love and single life until it comes. That part. Heavy. Heavy on that. Because this is my dream. This is dreams in a sense. This is a healing, but it's also karma. It's secrets that have to come out in order for it to happen. It's um looking for what's hidden, Aquarius, what you don't see. Now, in closing in your oracle, travel is blocked, new love, ice king, and mature woman. I feel like if you're younger, ooh, look at this. Something's on fire. Y'all saw it, it was all on camera. Y'all gonna let that burn down? So love was just gonna burn down in the background, huh? What's going on? It wants your attention, for sure. and you're ignoring it by everything else in the foreground. Do you need glasses? Is it your vision? I was bet nearsighted before farsighted, but that was farsighted energy. I'm just playing. But no, for real. Um, there is this new love energy that's presented to you in the month of August. There may be I would have said long distance, but that's blocked, so it's not unless, you know, there is travel and it is blocked for some part, and that brings this energy of questioning and indecisiveness if you're already dating. Um, I do feel like there's going to be a no, there's no age gap, but you both may be on the older side for a multitude of you. A lot of my young people, they are single and dating. A lot of my couples are already connected to their soulmate. For my singles, there is going to be this energy about them being in your sphere or around you, and you just haven't noticed them just yet. This is why your heart is still aching for them because you are real close. Ready or not, here they come, and you know it. You can feel it, and it's just like you having to persevere through this. And moving forward, you have to pull out some things that are hidden, some secrets, some subconscious confusion that's going on with you, your dreams, and get through this karmically, through this Sagittarius retrograde. This is a karma review with a judgment, and heal. This is going to be very healing for you. This relationship is going to bring nothing but healing. But you're going to have a choice to either stay single or go into one before the month of August ends. Interesting. Ooh, I was scared of that. Yes. Choices, especially when it comes to love. Indecisiveness when you're single. When it comes to relationship, one or two of you may have something you're hiding. Could be an addiction that needs to be dealt with. Okay, Aquarius? That is your love reading for the month of August. If this resonates with you, please, 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 please comment below, like, share, and set your notifications on because we'll be back. You guys know I have a special place in my heart for Aquarius. We have messages all the time. So in the career, money, and wealth, which is next week, you might want to tune in. All right, because we had big energy over there more than love. Hence, I'm mentioning it in this part. Okay. Now, thank you for spending part of your morning with me. We'll continue Love Week before we move into money, career, and wealth. And then we'll close the month with any spiritual messages that still need to be shared, which I know y'all have some. All right. Keep your notifications on, and you never know when Spirit might have something with your name on it. So, love and light. See you guys next video.